Hey everyone, Roger Haskett here. We're going to talk about gratefuls part 2 today. And the first thing I want to talk about is gratefuls are not something you practice just because they're good, like just because they're nice sounding, just because they put some nice, thoughts out into the world. Although actually that's pretty good. We practice gratefuls because they bring power into our life. I am obsessed with the idea of putting power into our life. That's why I wrote the book, The Me You Want to Be. It's all about how to create internal power in yourself so that you can reach for the me that you want to be. Not the me that you are right now, which is usually not what you want. Instead, the me that you want to be. And how do you get there? Through internal power. And gratefuls are a great way of creating internal power. What gratefuls do is build up your muscles build up your muscle so that you can see the world in a different way. And when you see the world in a different way, it gives you the ability to act in a different way. And it also gives you the ability to think in a different way. Another of my rules that we'll get to somewhere down the line is change the way you see, you change the way you think and act. Change the way you think, you change the way you see and act. Change the way you act, and you change the way you see and think. It's a triangle, and they all affect each other. So if you work on one, you are working on them all. So if you need to change the way you act, you change the way you think. If you need to change the way you act, you change the way you see things. If you need to change the way you see, you change the way you act. They're connected. So gratefuls. In terms of gratefuls, what we're talking about is changing the way you see things. It's changing the way you think about things, as a result, changing the way you act towards them. When you build up your grateful muscle, what you're doing is you're saying, I can choose to look at the world a different way. I know that right now I feel negative. I know that right now I feel that I'm not grateful for anything. But when I start to look for gratefuls, when I start to search and I start to identify what I really am grateful for, even in this down, depressed crisis situation or whatever's going on for you, when you start to identify those things, you create power in your life. You create the power in your life to direct your life the way you want it to go. Not the way that it is just going. Not just the way that the world pushes you to go, but rather take control back and push your life into the way you want it to go so that you can become the me that you want to be. And that you can become resilient today so that you can help your loved ones and yourself through whatever issues you have. Right now, we've got a huge pandemic issue, but there's always issues in life. There's always issues in life. Right now, we're just all sharing an issue. So you practice gratefuls to build up your power so that you can choose which direction your life goes. So I'm grateful today for all the people that are stepping up in their isolation, in their, not social distancing. I just learned we're calling it physical distancing because we want social closeness. We don't want social distance. We want social close. What we want is physical distant. So you want social in your life. So gratefuls are a great way of building up the power to direct your life in the way that you want, to pull your life towards the me that you want to be, to build up resilience for the people in your life and for yourself so that you can be the person that you need to be right now, right? Every day we have to climb on this horse, right? And we have to get back up and go, I am going to be the person I want to be today, not just the person that I am, or not just the worst part of me. Okay, I'm Roger Haskett. We're talking about gratefuls. Oh yeah, we are grateful. So I'm grateful for all the people who are stepping up. And what I mean by that is there are comedy shows that are now getting streamed from people's homes. A comedian going, I'm going to do my show. There's plays that are getting put on. There are music is spreading around the globe. People are singing from their homes in streets, so that streets in Italy and France and in Canada are ringing with song, which brings not just music into our life, but community as well. These are things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that we have technology that allows us to reach into people's homes while you're in your own home. I had a meeting yesterday on Zoom for a political group that I'm part of to help change the world. It was amazing. These are things that we couldn't have done 20 years ago. I'm grateful for that. Okay, there's lots of things to be grateful right now. Practice your grateful muscles. Start practicing how to pull your life into the direction you want it to be. I'm Roger Haskett.